Hello, I'm Danny Greaves, and in this video we're talking about loss aversion. Loss aversion is a form of cognitive bias, and it's popular in circles such as cognitive psychology and behavioural economics. And a lot of the work has been contributed by Daniel Kahneman, and we've got lots of research to actually help us really understand what it is. If we boil it down, loss aversion essentially covers the idea that it's twice as painful to lose something as it is to gain something of an equivalent value. It's about an individual's tendency to protect what we have rather than going for what we want if it's an equivalent value. The easiest way that we can describe this is if we think about a clean, fresh £50 note. Loss aversion tells us that we'll perceive it to be twice as painful to lose that £50 note than it will be to gain another £50 note, and that to be ours as well. So the loss will be twice as much as the gain of getting another one. Interestingly, the research has showed that the higher the stakes, the higher the probability that loss aversion will be a factor. This means the more important something is, the more meaning we have on it, and the higher value that it has, the more likely we are to protect what we have rather than going and gaining an equivalent value. Our self-worth, our self-esteem, the way that we feel about ourselves and the way that we feel about our role in the world is the most important thing for us. There isn't anything we put above that. The way that we feel about ourselves and the way that we fit into the world. As this is the most important thing, this also means that loss aversion is going to be at its highest. When we think about your role in your business, whether you'd like to grow your business, whether you'd like to increase your performance at work, or whether you'd like to grow in the role of a leader at home, wherever your context is, we know that by speaking up, by expressing yourself, by putting yourself out there, that runs the risk of criticism, it runs the risk of ridicule, it runs the risk of lots of things not going the way we want them to. And because of that pain of things not going well, being laughed at, being criticized, instead of actually speaking up and expressing ourselves openly, we protect what we already have, and we actually keep ourselves small and we keep ourselves safe. The beautiful thing about our perceptions is that we can change them. When it comes to loss aversion, at this point in time, up until now, you may be holding yourself back. You may be just holding yourself in a safe space, staying in your comfort zone. With this knowledge of loss aversion, we can see that that's normal, that's human, but it is something that we can change. And in order to overcome that loss aversion, we need to put some concerted effort into changing our perceptions, changing our beliefs, and the way that we see the world. If you would like some helpful tips and guidance on how to overcome loss aversion when it comes to your self-expression, put a comment in the messages below and I'll pop you a message.